Hello, bright and courageous souls. Welcome back to Raw, Vibrant Rejuvenation, where we talk about health, wellness, all sorts of healing. Basically, just the truth. I like to talk about the truth a lot. And yeah, thank you for joining me. I've been really needing and wanting to make this video for a while, so it came out a little whoosh. I feel a sense of urgency to making this video, and I wanted to actually shout out to the Barefoot Fruitarian, who had basically the same idea that I had, because I was like, how do I explain this in a this guy's great. He has a bunch of, you should check his YouTube out. He has tons of readings from Hilton Hotema, which is who I'm going to read from today. And yeah, he seems like a cool dude from what I've seen. Yeah, so he had this some of this on his YouTube, and I'm just going to read some of it too, because I was like, how do I explain this clear to people? And I kept going back to reading about Hilton talking about put the experiment with the bird and the bell glass, and then the other bird, right, which I'm going to read. And so anyways, yeah, and if you think you need to verify this with science, or where's my doctorate degree, and I'm not a scientist. Just all I'm asking is that you see if there's any truth in this for you. Like, if it rings true to you, if it makes sense to you. Because if it makes sense to you, that's usually an indicator of that it could be true, right? Not, at least entertain the idea until you start to entertain more ideas, and your days unfold, and you start having more realizations, and then you can put everything together for yourself. You know what I mean? Yeah, so it's just think for yourself, please, guys. Think for yourselves. And air is like the number one thing for health, to be honest, and you're going to see why. I mean, people think that they can just live in these big polluted cities all the time. And they can, but if a healthy person from another place comes there, it's going to really be a detriment to their health. You'll see about the law of vital adjustment. This is I can explain it pretty good, but Hilton talks about it so well that's why I figured, I guess I should just read some of his stuff. You know what I mean? I'm just dumbfounded. This whole thing, I feel like, do people really think that we were put on this magical, wonderful planet, and that we were not equipped with what we need to deal with our surroundings? I just don't understand how people don't see that. We have an immune system. Really, it's called the lymphatic system. Okay, we have a lymphatic system that, if it's working properly, everything is going to be, there's not going to be any worries, So, if anyone is worried about the boogeyman that's going around right now, the apparent boogeyman, strengthen up your cells, strengthen up your body, get your organs working right. Get everything functioning, thriving. It's like we are meant to adapt, and then the more we sanitize the more we do this, and I'm being very careful because we know what's going on today with not letting people be free and stuff, you know what I mean? But the more we do this, that messes up our microbiome on our outside of our body, and then it messes up the microbiome on the inside of the body. It's bizarre. So thus, we're not able to handle certain things. Certain things. You know? If we keep moving farther from nature into this plastic, completely artificial world, how are we going to be able to handle how are we going to be able to handle bacteria and all this stuff? How are we going to handle germs? Germs! You know, germs. Okay. Believe what you want, anyone, you know? Believe what you want, but... So I'm going to dive into a little of... This is Hilton Hotema, and these readings are from Man's Higher Consciousness. This guy is next level. I highly recommend you guys checking him out. You can actually listen. It looks like there's a copy of this on YouTube, from what I've seen. So this guy, but only if you're open-minded, because this guy gets into some heavy ideas and understandings. And the reason I'm sharing this stuff is because this guy's been dead on with every other thing. Everything he talks about is dead on in such a way that only a few can even come close to touching, to be honest. So I'm gonna get into it, okay? Do a little, get on my rocking chair. Well, my sunset rock on the roof with the rocking chair. So, exhaled air is poisonous. At each exhalation, the lungs throw out enough toxic gases to poison a barrel full of air. The amount of poison eliminated by the lungs in 24 hours as carbon dioxide is equal to a lump of charcoal weighing 8 ounces. That poison goes back into the body when we inhale what we exhale, or what others exhale. As is the case where several occupy a room not adequately ventilated. When this exhaled air is breathed again and again, as it is in homes and hospitals, especially in winter when cold weather makes proper ventilation impracticable, the proportion of carbon dioxide and organic matter in it increases until it grows more dangerous to breathe. That is the principal reason why patients in hospitals develop influenza or pneumonia, especially after operations. Their blood is poisoned by anesthetics, administered to dull the nerves enough so the body is insensible to pain. And in addition to this poisoning process comes the carbon dioxide in the hospital air the victim breathes. Lucky is the one to get out alive. The early symptoms of mild carbon dioxide poisoning are sensations of uneasiness, drowsiness, sneezing, languor, headache, sensation of oppression, coughs, and colds. What fools one is the fact that the body, after a time, adjusts itself to a very mediated atmosphere, and one soon comes to breathe without sensible discomfort, an atmosphere which, when one first enters it, seems intolerable. The process of adaptation, medical art terms immunity. According to this theory, man becomes immune to a condition or a poison that fails to kill him on the spot. Such adaptation can occur only at the expense of a general depression of all the vital functions, which must be injurious if long continued or often repeated. In this strange condition, people die by inches while being treated for some strange disease. The body is equipped with powers of adaptation that enable it to tolerate for a time an atmosphere so poisonous that it would kill a man in a few minutes if he suddenly walked into it. That makes it dangerous for a healthy man to breathe polluted air in smoke-filled rooms where half-dead men meet, play cards, etc., and do not seem to mind it. This little understood power of adaptation of the living organism to its environment is well illustrated by an experiment of Claude Bernard, as has been stated. He showed that if a bird be placed under a bell glass of such size that the bird will live for 3 hours and is removed at the end of the second hour, when it could have survived another hour, and a fresh, healthy bird be put in its place, the latter will die instantly. Just saying. That is the fate suffered by the healthy man who tries to breathe the polluted air of the smoke-filled room, where half-dead men notice nothing. The vital body does not resist the dangers of its environment. That is a false theory. The weak body tolerates them because it lacks the vitality to protest. The body's always trying to extend its life. Does that mean you're going to have a optimal, healthy, vibrant life without irritation and discomfort and sickness? You know what I'm saying? Bernard demonstrated the body's power of adaptation. That is a power that enables the poisoned body of civilized man to drag out a miserable existence of 50 or 60 years in a polluted environment that would quickly kill a vigorous Indian brought in from the pure air of his forest home and thrust into that polluted environment. I want to talk more about adaptation. Where is that at? Yeah, this one's really short. The power of adaptability. The power of adaptability is one of the ever-present facts of living existence. Men live in every climate, are subjects to all kinds of influences, and indulge in every sort of habit. It has become proverbial that habit is second nature, and what is one man's meat is another man's poison. It's true. The evidence is hourly apparent that man may become accustomed to almost anything short of shooting or hanging, no matter how repugnant, I can never say that word for some reason, repugnant or destructive a substance may be. We first endure it and then embrace it, provided time is given to secure the efficient operation of the body's balance wheel, whereby is prevented a violent swaying of vital activities from one extreme to the other. It is the sudden and violent changes that become immediately destructive to the body, even sometimes when it is a change from bad to good. Because a habit does not seem to be immediately destructive, is not proof that it is either beneficial or harmless. The secondary effects are the real and lasting effects. And this one's really short. I thought I had it. I had it pulled here. There it is. This is just from the section Danger of Smoking. I'm not going to get into the smoking much. The law of vital adjustment makes it possible for the body to tolerate man's evil habits. That makes it possible for the smoker to endure and even enjoy his poisonous pipe. The same pipe would make a vigorous non-smoker ill or might cause death, as death in some cases has been reported. The vital youth in his ignorance takes his first smoke. Haven't we all? His vital body reacts with such vigor against the dangerous poison that sickness results. The degree of his sickness is the measure of his vitality. The more vital his body, the sicker he is. You know? So it's like you start hacking up when you take a first drag of a cigarette. Hacking up so bad, I know I did. And then 2 weeks later, you're smoking practically a pack a day, and you're on your way up to two packs a day. I know I was. That's what I was. Yeah, so you can just see how, doesn't that make sense? I mean, makes sense to me. You know, makes sense to me. So a couple other things I had to write. This was kind of a quick one. I had to write a couple notes. Like, yeah, I just, you know, I'm really worried about people's sanity right now. And they're just not questioning anything. They're not thinking for themselves. Oh, it seems like it, at least. Hopefully some are. I know a lot are, actually. Tons of them are. Lots of them are, and I know it. But sometimes around town here, you know, I get really, you know, our glands, our brain, our cells, our organs, everything in our body, our digestion, our circulation, everything depends on oxygen. It's the number one thing, the number one nutrient, guys. I say this over and over and over and over again. And, you know, I just see people around town sometimes with, you know, that thing on. And I tell them, it's really not healthy. It's also not effective. And you know, they come to me, oh, I'm so sleepy, I'm tired, or oh, my digestion's feeling weird, or like I'm getting some weird pains in my body. I'm like, well, maybe it's because you have this thing on all the time. Just a thought. I mean, will you really think, did we come out of the womb with that on? Did we come, is that really, did the creator, whatever it is, or the atheist God, whatever your atheist God is, which is science probably, no offense if you're atheist, but you know, science is not God, if you ask me. Anyways, whatever it is, universe, God, whatever, Jesus, Buddha, Muhammad, whatever, Bugs Bunny, whatever your God is. Do you really think that we were created to not be able to handle our environment? I just, you know, I don't know what else to say. Like, it worries me. It worries me deeply. So, yeah, if this came out a little, this is definitely a lot different than most of my videos. So, yeah, if it came out weird, I'm on a water fast, so bear with me. But all things considered, I'm feeling fan-freaking-tastic. So, I just encourage you guys, think for yourselves, please. Think for yourselves. Don't let something else create your beliefs. Something or someone else create your beliefs. Don't fall in with the herd. Don't fall in with the herd. There's also another pack that is larger, that's getting bigger and bigger and bigger than the herd, and that's people who, you know, people who are waking the F up. They're waking up, you know. And this is My videos are about unity consciousness. Unity. Unity. That's what I'm here for. So, okay, you don't agree with me? Cool. I'm not trying to divide anyone. Sometimes I talk about certain things, and I try to less and less because it's just a division thing. And then there's the law of the universe against it. It creates friction and energy, you know, to move the wrong way. And I'm just saying, like, guys, I'm just here about love. That's what it comes down to. Just straight up love, like expansion in love. You expand in the love. You hold the frequency of love. The frequency of love, guys, that's the frequency of truth. That's the frequency where you're not reacting. Oh. And you're not, oh, I'm Republican, oh, I'm Democrat, and oh, no, I hate you, and I hate... No, love. And being able to recognize, okay, people have different opinions. They have different differences. Forgive people. Love. Radiate love. It's the strongest power in the universe, baby. So, anyways, I was going to try to have it a 15-minute video today, but oh well. Anyways, thank you for tuning in. Thank you so much. Couple more things. Yeah, if you guys need any consultations, I am a regenerative detoxification specialist and a clinical iridologist. So if you need any help, if you're having some health issues, or you need some spiritual guidance and counseling and some support, shoot me an email. Yeah, I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. The fact that you guys are being here and watching this speaks volumes and volumes about your character, what you really are, who you really are. Not your name, your this or that, but what you really know you are. And you guys know what I'm talking about. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. So have a bright day or night. Focus on that, whatever you want. Focus on the truth. Focus on what you can do and how you can make the biggest impact right now. Stay in your breath. Stay in your focus. Be the light. Shine it bright. And yeah, thank you for being such awesome people. Liking, subscribing, share this if people you think they would benefit. I'm about to blow up right now, finally, on this thing. A little bit, you know. I know my channel's not for everyone, right? But lately, more people, it's so funny, more people are interested in healing because a lot of people are still afraid of the boogeyman thing that's been talked about on the media, right? So, anywho, yeah, I'm just trying to be a student of light here, and I hope you guys have a pleasant day filled with beautiful, fulfilling, enriching, and heart-centered experiences and understandings. Over and out.